Okay, 6.2, problem number 5. We are going to refer to problem number 14 in the out of the textbook on page 348. We're going to change the numbers just a hair, so follow the notes, and then we're going to use the tables that are in the textbook. It says many people claim that once they are married, they pay more taxes than they did before they were married. Many call this a marriage penalty or the marriage tax. Could this be true? Suppose that Allie and DeWitt are lawyers and each has a taxable income of $140,000. They can't decide if they should be married in December or in January. If they marry in December, they are considered married for the entire tax year and could file a joint return. If they get married in January of the next year, they would file a separate return, each as a single taxpayer. Which filing status would yield the lower tax return and by how much? Okay. So we are going to, they both make $140,000, so that's going to be a total of $280,000 if they file jointly, and $140,000, and then basically times 2 if they file single. Okay, so we're going to use our tax tables in our textbook off to the right hand side. Let's do married first. Okay, if they are married first, so that's going to be $280,000. So in the table off to the side, this is the top one is single, and the bottom one is married filing jointly. Okay, so we're going to look at the bottom one. So $280,000, that falls in the range of $230,000 to $450,000. All right, so it falls in that range right there, $230,000, $450,000, all the way up to $411,000, $500,000. So $280,000 is between that. So we know we're going to pay a minimum tax of $51,577.50. That's going to be our minimum tax. Plus, our percentage for that was 33%, so plus 0.33 times our maximum value that we made was $280,000. So we're going to do $280,000 minus our amount over, which is $230,450. Okay, so we typed it into the calculator just as you see it there. 51,577.50 plus 0.33 parentheses 280,000 minus 230,450. That gives you a total tax of $67,929. Okay, and that's if you did married. Now if we do single, they would each make $140,000. So if we look at our table off to the side, the top one was single. $140,000 falls in this range right here, between $90,750 and $189,300. So for single, we're going to pay a minimum tax of $18,481.25, $18,481.25, plus 28%, so 0.28, of all the amount over $90,750. So your max is $140,000 minus $90,750. So let's enter it in just as you see it there. $18,481.25 plus 0.28 parentheses, $140,000 minus $90,750, close parentheses, and that gives you a tax of $32,271.25. Now that's just for one taxpayer. So take that number and multiply it by 2 for a total tax of $64,542.50. Okay? So you can see that if they both filed single, they would pay less tax as if they were to file married. So $64,542.50 is clearly less than $67,929. So it's better for them to file single for this tax year. Okay, let's do one more scenario. Let's look at problem C. So part C breaks it up as to one person making $140,000 and the other person making $0. Okay, so let's do that one for example. So instead of making both $140,000, they're only making between the two of them $140,000 total. Okay, so if you were to do married for the first one, okay, remember the table in the textbook off to the right hand side, married's the bottom table. 140,000, that falls between, 140,000 is going to fall between 74,900 and 151,200. That's for married. So you're going to pay a minimum tax of $10,312.50 plus 25%, 0.25 of all amounts over 74,900. So 140,000 minus 74,900. So enter it into the calculator as you see it. 10,312.50 plus 0.25 parentheses 140,000 minus 74,900 close parentheses gives you a tax of $26,587.50. So that's if you're married. Now if they were to file single, okay, obviously the $0, we're not going to do a tax return for that because you didn't have any income. So we're only going to do single for $140,000. So single is the top table over here. $140,000 falls between $90,750 and $189,300. So minimum tax of $18,481.25. So $18,481.25 at a tax rate of 28%, so plus 0.28 times 140,000, that was your max income, minus your set limit, which is $90,750. Entered into the calculator as you see it there. $18,481.25 plus 0.28 parentheses 140,000 minus 90,750 close parentheses gives you a tax of $32,271.25. Okay, so you can see they pay less tax if they were married and had just the one income. So $26,587.50 is less than $32,271.25. So in this case, it would be better to pick married versus single. So you can always play around with your rates depending on your tax table. Now I know that's not always easy to figure out, but you can estimate what your income will be, all right, for the year, and you could always change it. Okay, you could always file a separate tax return if you want to go single route or if you want to file married. All right, and it will vary a little bit with what you can deduct if you have children, things like that. So it does change a little bit, but you can obviously go through the scenarios. And again, we use the tax tables that were in our textbook, okay, which come out every single year anyway. Okay, so that is it for section 6.2.